welcome to another episode of Ghoulin Around. Today we are going to go over disc 3 of the
Tales of Terror
collection that Joanne bought. I am your host today, Loretta Mooney, and joining me is
Joanne Massey.
We're just going to go ahead and get started with the first movie. It was Hands of Steel. What did you think about this one?
This one was definitely not a horror movie.
No, definitely
by any
not.
means. And sorry for my voice, I'm getting sick. But this was more like an action movie. It reminded me a lot of like the Terminator, like we were just talking about.
Yeah.
It's about this guy that's a cyborg.
Yes.
That's kind of like on the run because he was supposed to kill somebody, but didn't because he had human emotions. So he ends up hooking up with this lady. I don't know.
Yeah, it was really, I don't think it was very well done to begin with. I didn't like the acting either.
No.
It was all around kind of a B movie.
Yeah. This one was really cheesy, especially the acting. Like, there was times where I kept thinking, oh, the acting's getting better, and then it would go right back to being terrible acting.
Yeah.
So you could tell, like, they were starting to get used to their roles, but they didn't film it in order. So, this one didn't really have anybody famous in it.
No, it didn't. Not that I could tell. But
And, I don't really recommend it.
I wouldn't either.
No.
I mean, if it's laying around, yeah, go ahead and watch it. But I mean, to actually try to find it, I wouldn't recommend even trying to find it to watch it because it really was not that good at all.
No, it was super cheesy. And like I said, it's more of an action movie. It's definitely not a horror movie by any means.
No.
It was pretty bad. I was watching this movie and I'm like, this is not even terror.
No, it's not.
Complete straight action movie.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so the next one on the disc. Obviously, you can tell she likes this one. It's called The Manster. Now, when I first heard the title of this, I was a little leery, but for the time that it was, when was this one done?
1962.
1962. Actually, for 1962, this was not a bad movie.
Yeah. No, this one was really good.
I actually liked it.
Mm-hmm. So, the thing behind this one is the guy goes to Japan to meets a doctor.
I guess he's like a scientist, experimental scientist of some sort with like serums, and he's like, he gives this guy something without him knowing.
Mm-hmm. So the scientist is trying to make the human race evolve and see what we're going to evolve into, but he's trying to do it like manually, speed up the process. And all of his experiments have gone horribly wrong so far. And he gives this guy this stuff in a drink. So he starts evolving, essentially. I think it's more like going backwards in evolution more than forward.
Yeah.
Because he starts becoming more like a gorilla caveman type
Yeah.
guy.
And eventually ends up with 2 heads.
Yeah, he ends up with 2 heads on him, and then eventually he actually splits into 2 different beings, so then he's himself plus the evolutionary type. But this was like an old black and white film, and for the time, like, the effects were actually really good.
The effects were really good for the time, and the sound was not bad. I mean, we've seen stuff that's been done later where the sound is like terrible, and this one was not that bad.
No, this one I could hear it just fine, and I knew what was going on. And then like when he like got that second head, obviously you can tell, like, it's like,
tell it's just like a dummy like hanging out his shirt or whatever.
But like the way that he split, I think was really cool because he's running through the forest, and as soon as he runs behind a tree, then you see one person come out from that side and one person come out from this side. So they did it really well because he was behind a tree, so they didn't have to show anything.
Yeah. But I think it was done very well for the time being that it was done.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't find too many black and white from that era that were good.
Yeah.
And this one, yeah, it's all kind of like a kooky line, plot to it, but it really was, it was good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. The acting in it, I think, was really good.
Yeah, all of the acting was really good, and of course you gotta also understand, like, of course with his wife, that's how most women had to
were portrayed to act
at that time. So they're the helpless, defensive, oh my god, with all the feelings and things like that. But that is what women were portrayed as back then. So it wasn't necessarily bad acting. I just didn't like it because we're not like that today.
No, it was a huge generation gap on that.
Yeah.
Especially with his wife. Like, his wife was like the type of like the stay-at-home housewife, like very what do they call those?
Non-dependent. She's very very dependent on the husband income and the husband
the trophy
guidance.
Wives.
Yes,
that's what I was thinking of. Trophy wives, the ones that like stay at home and just look pretty.
Yeah.
So she was very melodramatic and stuff.
Yes, but that's the way that all women were portrayed back then.
Yeah.
So I mean, even if you don't, I mean, you have to understand that's the way they were. It's not bad acting, because I think she did a good job
at the role
role that she was given.
Mm-hmm. That's for sure. This one I would actually really highly recommend if you could find it.
Yes, it's probably going to be a hard thing to find, but if you do happen to run across it, I would definitely watch it.
Yeah, this one was really good. The third one on this one is called Blood Sabbath. Oh my god, this one was bad. What was it even about?
Oh my god. This one would have been at least, when was this made? 72. For 1972, was porn. Seriously. I mean, there was so much nudity in this. I mean, you could have classified this as a porn movie.
For its time?
Yes. It was nudity everywhere. I mean, it started out with a guy walking down the road, and this van of sorts drives up next to him, and the women are, like, their boobs are hanging out of the windows, and they're all yelling, yeah,
This was definitely the hippie generation.
Yes, it was definitely the hippie generation.
Yeah.
And they were like, they found him somewhere, and they were all these women, these naked women running through the forest, barefoot, by the way, which, no. But they had found him sleeping somewhere and literally, like, tried to rape him right there. I mean, he had to, like, fight for his life to get away from him. It's like, oh my god.
Constantly.
Constantly. But this was actually about a witch. It really wasn't scary.
I don't even know. I don't know what the whole plot was. Like,
I can't even remember what the plot was supposed to be about. There was just so much nudity. It was so, oh my god.
No, it doesn't even say. It just says, like, the witch was trying to get him for his soul.
Yeah, that's right. He was
something.
Well, actually, he was willing to try to give up his soul because he wanted to be with the woman that was in the lake.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was weird.
So, like, the woman of the lake was a soulless being.
Yes.
That he
wanted to be with
because he had a soul. I don't know.
Yeah, it was something like that, and he goes to this witch to try to get rid of his soul so that he could be with the woman from the lake.
But of course, when they take his soul, then he's not the same person.
Yep. So yeah, it was just, this was pretty bad, because I mean, like I said, it should have been a porno movie.
It was really bad.
It was
really bad with nudity. Like, even in today's standards, we don't see that.
No.
We don't see that much nudity.
No, absolutely not.
Everybody was naked.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of them.
Yeah, there was.
And of course, you've got, like, the witches, like the old standard in the woods type witches that are dancing all nakedly.
Yeah, around the campfire. And oh my god, it was pretty bad.
Full on bush everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not good.
Yep. It was not a good movie. I would not recommend this one unless you just want to watch it for the nudity.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of it. You're not going to be bored if that's all you want is boobs.
It's not just boobs. It's everything.
Yeah, it's everything. Butt, crotch, everything.
Yeah, they showed everything.
Yep.
So
the next one is The Devil's Nightmare. This one, I had a hard time watching. When was this one done?
1971.
Oh.
So I accidentally ended up watching this one twice. Because, like, I watched it, that was, like, the first one I watched off of that one. And then I was like, did I watch this one? I don't remember this one.
Okay.
So then I went back and I started watching it. I was like, oh, I saw this one. But I don't remember it, so
I don't remember it either.
So it was like a bus full of people, like tourists, have to take refuge in a castle. And the castle... Yeah. Okay, so the beginning of the movie was this German guy during World War II. I think he was German. I don't know. His family curse is any firstborn female will be a succubus.
That's right.
His wife gives birth and it's a female, so he ends up killing it.
That's right. Okay. He kills the baby.
He kills the baby, and then it goes to, like, what's happening now. He lives in a castle. He's the one that takes these people in. And this other woman comes and seeks refuge as well. And come to find out later on in the movie, because she's killing people, she's an actual succubus, he had an affair with his maid, and that was his firstborn female, and he didn't know that. I had a really
hard time following this one because it was so kind of boring.
And it was on the description, it says that she kills by, like, the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah, that's right. She tries to lure the people that are in the castle, the ones that he gives shelter to. She tries to lure them into
whatever their sin is.
Whatever sin she's trying to get them to do. So
you had the 2, like, lesbian chicks that was like...
Yes. Well, the one, she was like going after everybody.
Yeah. Well, no, she killed the one guy by lust, the one that was cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
And then there was the one that was gluttony, so she kept feeding him a bunch of food till he died. And so you had her killing, and she had, like, okay, so the thing I found really weird was her outfits.
Yeah.
For that time, who wears those kind of outfits? She had this, like, one, like, almost like a jumpsuit, right?
Yeah.
But it had, like, right here cut out.
Yeah.
So you just see her stomach, and I'm like, what's the point of that? And then the jumpsuit. I mean, it's sexy, but for that time,
it was
it's weird.
Done in 71, and like the other one, it was definitely hippie era.
Wow.
So, I mean, you got to look at it from that aspect, too.
Yeah. I don't know. This one I found okay.
As far as, like, the lesbian part of it, I mean, this could have easily turned into another porn movie. Because, I mean, for the time, they actually did kind of really get into that.
Yeah.
So, it could have easily turned into another porn.
Yeah.
But I don't think this one was even scary at all either. This was just kind of more of a mystery type of movie.
Yeah, it was kind of like a Clue type thing where it's like, okay, who's doing it? I mean, obviously you knew, but it just felt like Clue.
Yeah.
Like the movie Clue, because they're in this huge castle and people are dying in different rooms in different ways. And, oh, who did it, and they're all trying to figure it out together. So it felt like a Clue mystery type thing. But you find out, like, she's the succubus and she's killing people. And you know what's really cool? I loved her makeup.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because she went from being this absolutely gorgeous, beautiful
and then,
woman.
like, no makeup.
And then they did her makeup to make her look like the succubus, and she was just, like, ugly as all hell.
Yeah.
So they did really good on her makeup in this one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think the acting was bad in this either. The acting was actually pretty good for what they were given.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever, the actors that were in this one, they did a good job. The whole plot, I didn't really care for. It was really slow. It was really kind of boring. So it was like I kept like getting distracted with this one.
Yeah, that's why I ended up watching it twice. Because like I didn't realize it was the one I had already watched.
Yeah.
And then when I turned it back on, I was like, you know what? I don't really remember this one anyway, so I'm just
might
gonna watch,
as well
it,
watch
again.
it again.
And then I was like, oh, okay, this makes more sense this time around.
Maybe I should have watched it twice.
Yeah.
Because when we first said it, I was like, I don't remember like one part of it, and then you started talking. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember a little bit.
Yeah. No, it was all right.
It was all right. It's not
like,
one I would go searching for, but
Yeah.
if it is laying around and you happen to run across it and want to watch it, I mean, go ahead. I mean, it's about 7 deadly sins. I mean, but it's just a little boring. If you can make it through that, it's not too bad.
Yeah, so the only one I would recommend actually searching for would be The Manster.
Yeah.
Because that one was really good.
That one was really good for the time that it was done. I really think they did good on the effects.
Yeah.
With that one. I mean, yeah, obviously it's not like something you would see nowadays with all the CGI and, the way they can make things look. But, I mean, for the time that it was, the effects that they did were actually pretty good.
Yeah, they did really good on that one. Next time we'll do disc 4, which is The Sadist, Terror Creatures from the Grave, Keep My Grave Open, and The House That Screamed.
Oh.
I've only watched 2 of these so far, and they both sucked. So
Which ones have you watched?
The Sadist and House That Screamed.
Oh, okay.
I haven't watched the other ones yet.
Okay.
Not looking forward to it.
All right, so those will be the 4 that we review next time. Like she said, she's already watched 2. She's got 2 more, and then I have to take the disc and watch all 4 of them. So hopefully they don't all suck.
I hope so. Usually there's at least 1 or 2 on each disc that's like at least okay. But yeah.
Maybe you just skipped the 2 that were okay.
I hope so.
Got the bad ones out of the way. All right, well, I guess that's it for now. Keep ghouling around. Click the links, ring the bell, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.